Hello guys, and welcome to the first episode of SVG programming with my computer science teacher. So in this session I'm going to teach you essentially how to use these rectangles to create like an image like this, and these are called vector graphics, and you'll be able to program your own vector graphics by the end of this channel. So what I need you to do now is I need you to go and find this editor. Now this is called JSITOR. So to spell that is JSITOR. It stands for JavaScript Editor, and you can see JSITOR here. It's good for JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. It's also a really good website to be able to use and program your vector graphics. So we've got JavaScript, HTML, and CSS, and we're going to click on the HTML section. Yeah. So now I'm ready to code. I want to create a view box, which is a little bit like a canvas for a painting. Like, you know, you've got a size for a canvas to do some painting on, some drawing or whatever. So we have to create that virtually now. So I'm going to create an SVG tag, which tells the program that we're going to be using SVG, and I'm going to create a view box, which is going to be equal to the coordinate 0 space 0. Make sure the space is in between these numbers, but the size of my canvas is going to be 400 by 400. Okay, and then you just need to make sure you use the close bracket at the end. Don't forget that, because when you make mistakes the code doesn't appear. Now I'm going to start making my rectangles. So the first rectangle I'm going to create is going to be the blue background of the Swedish flag. So rect is the name of the tag, and inside that I'm going to create I'm going to give it a color. Fill equals, and in quotation marks I'm going to make it blue. Okay, so this is the blue rectangle. I'm going to give it some coordinates because you can plot it on the table. So I'm going to say x is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a width and a height. So I'm going to say width is equal to, I'm going to say 400. I'm going to go to the whole width of the canvas, and I'm going to say the height of it is going to be, I don't know, 300. Then I'm going to close that bracket at the end, and you'll see now I have a 400 by 300 rectangle. Obviously that's a bit too big. Let me say 200, a bit too small, 250, and I think that's probably about the size of a rectangle for a flag. So I'm happy with that one. That's working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that code, save me writing it out again and again and again. I'm going to paste it, and I'm just going to adjust it. Now I've got two blue rectangles. Why can't I see both of them? Well, that's because it's a layered system, and if I change this to yellow, you will see that the yellow one is sitting on top of the blue one. Okay. Oh, there's another mistake here. Well, there is a natural mistake. The reason why I can't see the yellow one, why it's not appearing, is because at the end of your tag you need to make sure you do slash, and that's a common error. So now you can see the yellow one appear, which is obviously covering the blue one because they're both exactly the same size. 400 by 250. The only difference is colors. So I'm going to make that, I'm going to change the width of it to 50. Okay, and that's going to be the first line in the Swedish flag. And if I want to move it across, because at the moment obviously it's on the left and it doesn't fit right, it's not in the right position, so the x coordinate makes it move left and right, and the higher the number, the further to the right it goes. So for example, if I change it to 20, it's moved it a little bit. If I change it to 30, it moves it a little bit more. If I change it to 50, probably needs to go to about 100 now. Okay, and there it appears. It's around about the right place for me, I think. I'm no expert, to be honest. But what am I missing at the end here? Remember what's really important? The slash. Okay, and that means I'm going to be able to take that code, copy it, paste it underneath, and then what I'm going to be able to do is change it now. I need to edit it. So at the moment I've got two yellow ones, exactly the same. I'm actually going to set this back to 0, so it's at the start. And you can see that it's too tall and it's not wide enough. So what do? I just swap these numbers around. So I'm going to say this one's going to be 250 in width, but this one's going to be 50 in height. But obviously the width's still not enough. So think about how wide your actual blue flag is. The width of it's 400. So if I change the width to 400, then it will literally be the same size as that, as this one, the same width as this one. So what I need to do now is move it down, and that's what the y-axis is for. The y-axis, if I change that to 10, you'll see that it moves further down, a little bit like the x, but the y makes it move up and down as opposed to left and right. So if I set that to, I don't know, 50, still not enough. If I set it to 100, then it's probably a bit too far down, maybe. Could be right, I don't know. By eye, it doesn't look about right, so I'm going to set it to 90, and I don't know if that feels a bit better or not, but I'll let you guys be the judge of your own ones. But essentially, that's how you program rectangles in SVG, and I've now created my own vector graphic of the Swedish flag. I'm not Swedish, but you know, don't need to be, because there's so many different flags that you can go and create. You should probably go and try and create the flag of your country if it's not too difficult, because obviously some of them don't just have rectangles, do they? So if you think about the Japanese flag, it's a rectangle and a circle. If you think about the French flag, it's 3 rectangles, and the German flag's 3 rectangles. But then you've got like the India flag, which is 3 rectangles and a little symbol in the middle, and that will be a bit too much for us to do today. So I want you to pick a really simple flag that you can program. Use the codes that are on this channel to be able to go and create your own vector graphic for a flag, and then look out for the next tutorial, because the next one I'm going to teach you how to make circles, and we're going to make our own emoji or something like that. So look out for the next channel. Give this a go first, and obviously make sure you subscribe, you know, show some love. I'll speak to you soon, guys.